Hi friends, and welcome to another Sunnyside design tutorial. We are here in my garage and we are about to start a fun project with the saw.
And Little Miss. She's
Yes.
here to help us today.
Yes, she is.
Bling bling.
So we are going to make a little bench for my front porch. I have the smallest porch on the earth, but I wanted to have something to be able to set some planters on or just some decor, things like that, just to spruce up the porch a little bit more. So you can see how we're gonna do this. And the best part about this project is I only had to buy 2 pieces of wood. The rest were scraps from my basement. So you can see.
So how much did you spend?
$5.
Sweet, and we get to try out our new Craig tool that we have, so we're excited to try that out.
Yep. We are going to start by cutting 2 boards to 13 inches each. We have our saw set up with our stop at the 13-inch measurement, so we don't need to measure each piece as we go.
And this is just a straight 90-degree cut.
Yes. So here we go. Cutting one at 27 inches. One at 34.5 inches.
Okay.
I'm going to cut 4 at 42 inches. We now need to cut 4 boards at 15.5 inches long with a 15-degree mitered cut. So we're going to move the saw over to 15-degree angle and lock it into place, and we'll be set up to do all 4 cuts. We're also going to cut both ends with this mitered cut. I failed to mention that. All right, now that we have the first side cut with a 15-degree angle, we are going to measure from the bottom corner and make sure we have the right dimensions. So again, we need
15.5 inches.
And I'm going to place it at the bottom of the wood because that's the side that the angle will be going this way. So here we go. Just gonna line up my saw to the bottom mark I made. Make sure it's lined up. Edges mitered. Each end of this 2x3 needs to have this angled cut, so we're just going to cut this edge first and then measure over for our other dimension.
And it's a 45-degree angle.
Yes. All the pieces have been cut and we've laid it out just to kind of give you a visual of how it will be put together. Now we're going to assemble it. Remember, we're using scrap wood from our basement, so sometimes we put little pieces of wood underneath projects when we're painting, so it's got paint buildup on here. So we're going to go ahead and just sand all of the wood, and then if there are any edges along there that need sanding as well. This is our first time using the Craig tool. My mom got it for Christmas and we're just barely getting it out.
Yeah,
That's kind of
we're
sad.
excited. We're excited to try it and make a project with it.
So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to set this to the thickness of the board. So our board is at 1.5 inches. We've set it to that. You just loosen this to move it up and down and tighten it into place. Then you're going to need to set the correct depth on your drill bit. So we have here 1.5, and we're going to line that right up with, is that the shoulder, I believe they called it?
Yes, the shoulder of the bit.
The bit.
You can see the bit has a skinnier point and then a fatter point, which is the shoulder there. So
And
it'll
then
make 2 different
Yeah, go ahead.
width of a drill hole.
Then once that is into position, we're just going to tighten the collar with this little Allen wrench. Okay, now we're gonna put that in the drill and we're just going to insert our wood here, make sure it's lined up, and then secure that into place. And then we have our bit installed on the drill. We're going to use holes A and C to get 2 holes in here. You're gonna insert the drill bit down until you hit the wood, back it up, and then we're going to just drill that hole. So we've done our pocket holes on one end, we flipped the board and secured it. So we're gonna do our last set of pocket holes. We've assembled the bottom crossbar for the bench. We have used the 34.5 length 2x4 and the 9-inch 2x3s, all cut at a 90-degree angle. And we've used our Craig tool to get these nice pocket holes. So this again is the bottom. We're gonna show you how we did this on the top piece now. So the top piece, we're going to use this 27-inch length 2x4 and then 2 13-inch 2x4s. So what we're going to do first is measure the middle of all of these boards and make a mark. Flip that side around. And then a little for those. And try to get it at the edge because that's where we're going to line the 2 pieces of wood together. And this will be 6.5. So we've got these 2 pieces clamped with the middle marks lined up and the boards are flush. We're going to insert our pocket screws into our pocket holes. And these are the screws. They are a little different than other screws you'll see. Just wanted you to have a look at that. And then we also have this long drill bit installed as well, so we can...
Well, it's a driver, not a drill
Well,
bit.
okay.
So, yeah.
Corrections
Correct.
here. And if you start screwing and then back it out a little bit, and then go in again, this will help prevent the wood from splitting. And we'll repeat that on the other side. Now we have the bottom, no, the top.
That's the top. We've got the bottom and the top finished now.
For the instructions on the bench, the legs will be inset 1/2 inch from the outside piece of the wood. So we have gone ahead and measured 1/2 inch, and then it will be secured with 3 holes. So we're gonna just do pilot holes.
It'll be secured with 3 screws.
Yeah. 3 screws in the holes. We're getting a little tired here. So we're gonna go ahead and drill pilot holes for the screws.
Okay, here we go. So this is the 13-inch board that is the top piece. So our legs are going to be hooking onto this. So we've got holes in the 2 sides. We'll flip it around and do the other side.
Now I have a countersink drill bit on, and we're going to drill that in each of these spots so that these screws will sit flush in the wood.
We decided to drill pilot holes into the leg part as well. So we held that up underneath the board, went through the previous drilled hole, and made the pilot holes.
Now we're going to glue it. to open it. Again, we're putting it 1/2 inch in from the outside.
Oh, look, and they're all nice and countersunk. Very good.
We repeated this same process with each of the other legs. We drilled the pilot holes, did the countersink, and then applied glue and the screws to secure each of the other 3 legs for the bench.
So we're just applying a little glue on the end of the leg here. There we go. Line everything back up. We're using a 1/2 inch thick stake to kind of hold it a 1/2 inch in from that top board that was 13 inches long.
We have now flipped the bench upside down, and we are going to make a mark on from the bottom of the leg 2 inches down, and this is going to be the placement for the crossbar of the bottom of the leg.
I'm drilling pilot holes through the side of the leg now, down through this bottom,
Crossbar.
yes, that word.
Once again, we're using that countersink bit to create a divot there so that our screws will be flush on the side of the bench. We're now inserting the screws through the leg and into the crossbar.
Okay, we'll just repeat that on all 4 legs. We've pre-drilled the hole for the cross pieces, and we have done the countersink on it, and now we're just inserting the screws. We now have all of the crossbar pieces secured on the top. We'll now flip it over and secure the bottom X's.
All of the crossbars have been secured now with the screws. So we're going to flip this right side up and put the bench top on. This is the bench top. We have drilled pilot holes in each board, just 1 hole through each 2x4, and done the countersink, and we are ready to drive our screws into place.
I'm just going to say that you'll notice that on this particular board it's not centered because of the screws that were underneath it. We had to pull it in a little bit. The rest of the boards we were able to center the screw.
Yes.
To finish up this project, we applied 2 coats of an exterior paint, and we've got our little miss here helping us paint. She loves to paint. You could also stain this or a clear coat to protect it. So what do you think of our cute little bench? We just think it is the perfect little bench for Steph's porch. It was just the right size, and it was really fairly easy to do. We were kind of newbies at doing a project this in-depth without some help, and we were able to pull it off even with using our new Craig tool. So we were pretty excited about that. We did get the plans for this bench from hertoolbelt.com, and we will have a link to that. She's got measured plans on her site. We will list all of the cuts for the woods in our website, and we will have the link for that in the description as well. We will list all the supplies that we used as well. And you will find that at tothesunnyside.com. If you liked this project, please subscribe to our channel and then tap the bell, tap the bell for notifications if you want to find out when new videos are released. And once again, we thank you for watching another tutorial here at Sunnyside Design, where we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.